Understanding your customer relationships through a CRM system, a customer relationship management system, is so important and will extremely boost your efficiency, your productivity. It will boost your customer satisfaction and experience. It will help increase repeat customers. There's so many reasons why you should have a CRM in place. All right, so let me start explaining with what is a CRM. A CRM, or a customer relationship management platform, is a way that you can keep track of all of your different customers and leads and understand who they are, what their preferences are, what their order history is, and any other pertinent information that you need to track about them. So the most famous CRM system that most people have already heard of is Salesforce. But there are other CRMs as well, such as HubSpot, Pipedrive is another one, and there are also industry-specific CRMs. There are CRMs specific to catering companies, and then you have booking platforms for hairstylists like Booksy that can somewhat operate as a CRM. But having a good, robust CRM in place for your business is so critical and important. And here's why. So for one thing, everything we've been talking about so far in terms of digital marketing strategy and having good SEO, a good website, a good online presence, having, the right social media presence, right review website presence, all of those things are what we call top of funnel. So you think about any sales process, you're going to start with top of funnel, which is like the World Wide Web. People that are, and it will lead to people clicking on your website, for example. Those are what we call leads. So some of those people who are now considered leads may or may not become a paying customer. But it's your job as a good salesperson for your business to help convert those leads to become customers. Well, how can you do that if you don't even know who these people are? Ideally, what we want to be able to do is when somebody gets onto your email list, for example, or somebody clicks an appointment scheduler on your website, or they've expressed some kind of interest by engaging with your company online, we need to be able to collect their information because they're now a lead for your business. And once they actually become a customer, we can now track, okay, what service did they buy? What did they like? And even if they didn't become a customer, we want to track them as a closed lost lead, meaning they didn't become a customer, because we also want to be able to track why didn't they become a customer? Is it because you didn't have the service that they wanted? Well, let's track that. Because let's say you have 100 people come to your site last year that were all looking for a particular service that you don't currently provide. Well, maybe you might want to consider providing that service, right? But how can you do that if you don't have the data? Having a CRM is the way you can track that customer data to know what feedback are people providing you with and what do your customers want. So, okay, let's start with the journey. Let's say that someone comes in as a lead, they click on your website and they actually book an appointment with you. And then you talk to them and you close them. You make the appointment, you set it in stone, and they come in and they're sitting in your chair. Now they're a paying customer, right? Let's say that you complete a service for them and they really love it. But they also give you some feedback and say, oh man, I'd love some green tea next time. Maybe you offered them coffee and they say, I don't drink coffee. Do you have any green tea? And you don't have any. Well, guess what? You should enter that information into your CRM. Customer wants green tea next time. That might sound really, really simple, but if next time they come into your chair, or let's say you're trying to get them to book another appointment, now you can send them a personalized email and say, Hey, customer, I'd love to get another follow-up appointment with you. It's about time for you to get your roots redone or whatever the service was. And by the way, I'll have some green tea for you next time. Now you've just done a personalized outreach that made that person feel heard, thought of. It just was so considerate and gave such a nice personal touch. That's the kind of thing that's going to get you a 5-star review, that personal touch. All of that can happen at scale when you're using your CRM correctly. So the goal really is to get a good CRM, choose one that's right for your industry. Once you have that CRM, we want to set it up so it's automatically capturing leads. So when someone clicks on your website, they're going to be automatically created as a lead in your CRM. Now you can do things to help convert them to become a paying customer. You might want to put them in an email drip campaign, for example. There's all different kinds of approaches you can take. You might want to try to schedule a sales call, depending on what your sales process looks like for your business, for the service that you're providing. And then once they're a paying customer, this is a way to keep track of feedback, requests, anything that you learn from them that they're asking for from your business. You can now track this. And now when you're following up with them, you can do it in a personalized way that really makes them feel like they're getting that white glove treatment. Now, if you try to do that on your own, there's no way you will keep track. All of the top companies use CRMs to track their customers, and it also can help track your conversion analytics. So as we think about this funnel I talked about, so you have top of funnel, and then you have mid funnel where you're maybe talking to people and trying to convert them into customers. And then at the very bottom, you have your customers. Once you have a customer, it's really important to start thinking about retention and upsells. What are some things you can do to help retain that customer, to bring them back for additional services and more services? All of that can be done with a CRM.